If you are new here, click on the subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell so that anytime a new video is uploaded on this YouTube channel, you will be notified.
We can proceed to the next agenda, which is the unveiling of the event by the host, that's in person of Mallam Baba Mbiza, the CEO of the Achievers Bridge International. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Achievers Bridge event, topic, progress challenges. Let me give us a brief recap of what this event is all about. You know, as I've said, we have lots of people among us that have skills. We have lots of people among us that have talents. But yet, to be able to monetize that talent becomes a challenge. What do I mean by this? You will see somebody having a great artistic skills. Somebody that can do portrait painting. I believe you know what portrait painting is. I know a lot of people that can do portrait painting. They can paint a picture, you know, paint a design of uniform, you know. But if you ask someone to pay just 2,000 naira for that paint, people are not ready to pay for that paint or work. Then that makes it difficult for the person that have that artistic skills to be able to use it to make money or to monetize it. And why do we think that happens? Because people have little or no value for those skills in their mind. Okay, so that's by the way. I'm going to take us through a small presentation before you move down to one of the major essence of the event. So the topic is progress challenges. What are those challenges that hinders our progress? Lack of dreams. If you cannot dream, you cannot know what you want. For you to be able to know what exactly you want for yourself, then you need to be able to imagine what you want for yourself, where you want to be. Achievers Bridge is existing today because some group of people sat down and dreamt of where they wanted to be and what they wanted to exist. I believe it's by no surprise that some of us are seated here and then enjoying the whole moment of music presentation, poet. So if you want to be anywhere, you have to first of all dream. But lack of dream is one of the challenges to progress. And then we have lots of people doing what they do not want to do, but yet are not dreaming. If you meet out 10 people, out of those 10 people, you have more than 5 of them telling you that they don't like the kind of life they're living, or they don't like the kind of job they're doing, or they don't like the kind of business they're doing, but yet they are not dreaming. Is somebody thinking of what I'm thinking? Lack of dreaming is one of the big challenges when it comes to progress. Okay? Then the second one is lack of proper planning. Now, it's not enough to know what you want. Know how you want to get there. First of all, knowing where you want to be is one important thing, but if you don't know where or how you want to get there is another challenge. Okay, let's assume I want to be the greatest public speaker in Maiduguri Town. I know what I want, right? I've dreamt of being something. Then it's another thing for me to know how do I want to become a great public speaker. Because if you don't have any plan on ground for you reaching where you want to go, is another big challenge to progress. So as I put down here, it's not enough to know what you want. Know how you want to get there. What are those things I need to put in place? What are those things I need to do for me to be able to reach to that place? I've been watching some music presentations, or will I say some music videos by Lil Kazi on YouTube. I was like, oh, Lil Kazi must have sat down and maybe saw some different people that are into music, you know, saw some great artists and be like, I want to be like this. He have dreamed for himself. He now started writing down some music, you know. He started producing the music, going to, what do they call it, studio, and then producing music. That is the next step, planning. So lack of planning is one of the things that hinders a lot of people from progressing. Please, I don't want us to see this as just a presentation. I want us to pick out something from this presentation. Are we together, please? Then the third one is time management failures. Dream needs intentional, timely commitments. If you cannot manage your time properly, you will end up being a dreamer. After you have dreamt of where you want to become in life, and then you have planned out properly of how you want to achieve them, then the next thing that is expected of you is to plan your time appropriately. Because you can decide, Elon Musk once said, he said, if you work for 18 hours in a day, you can be able to achieve what will take someone 10 years to achieve in just 2 years. Let me make that statement again. If you work for about 18 hours in a day, it will take you just 2 years to achieve what an ordinary person will achieve in 10 years. Meaning, time is an important factor that hinders progress. First of all, when you know what you want to do, then you plan, how do I want to achieve that thing? Then, what time will it take me to do that? Okay, I will be doing this daily. After each day, I will do that. After that day, I will do this. In the next 2 weeks, I will do that. You manage your time properly, then certainly you will reach where you want to go. Then if you can be able to master, even if it's just these first 3, then believe you me, there's nothing at the first of this art that can hinder your dream from coming true. I believe all of us in this event have 1 or 2 things that we are thinking, okay, I want to become this. I have quite a number of us here that at the course of our discussion with them, I think I would want to own a very big company, that will have a capacity of hiring like 5,000 employees. That's a very big dream. But if you don't pay attention to these first 3 events, then I'm sorry to say, it's not a moment of lying now, it's a moment of truth. I'm sorry to say, if you don't pay attention just to these first 3, it's a very, very big challenge to your progress. Then entitlement. Entitlement. This is also one of the major things that have chopped into the mind of people, especially in this side of our world. Someone may be good at video camera, for instance. He's just trying to come up, and then he has the skills, and he's still building his skills. He has the knowledge, and then he's trying to build his capacity. But instead of that person to hunt for every opportunity to see how he can be well known for that event, all that comes to his mind is, this event, what is the penny I'll be able to catch up of that event? Everybody thinks that he needs money. People always think of getting paid instead of seizing the opportunity. Second one, know when it is time to receive rewards or give in more efforts. Then the third bullet there is, this kills a lot of dreams. Now, I play music, for instance. I play guitar. If there's an event that is happening, and lots of people will be attending that event, do you know if I come with my guitar and make a presentation to that audience, it will keep on announcing me to the world that this guy is good in music, which means it is expanding my horizon to a lot of people to know that I'm into music. Then if anybody is having an event that they will look for somebody, that will come and play music for them, the first person that will come to his mind is me. Why? Because I looked at that event as an opportunity for me to what? To market myself to the event. On the contrary, somebody with an entitlement mentality will look at coming to that stage. How much will you pay me to come to that stage? How much will you pay me to come to that event? Instead of the person to see the stage as an opportunity for him to be able to market himself, he's seeing the stage as, how much will you pay me to that stage, even before even become a professional? Now imagine the number of opportunities you will turn down that was supposed to be a great, access for you to showcase yourself to the public. I don't know if you understand this entitlement now. The next slide. Environmental difficulty. Lack of proper environment to make the dreams a big deal. 1. Lack of people that are willing to give life to those dreams. Now, this is what I mean by this. For those people that are having skills, to have skill is one thing. For somebody that can create a comedy, or for somebody that can perform, comedy and all these jokes in the US, and the person that can be able to perform comedy in Nigeria, the person that is in US will have higher chances of progressing in that comedy. Why? Because of environmental factors. And how can you interpret that? The major reason is that people have value for those things in their mind on the other side of the world. Meaning, people can pay up to $100, $2,000 just to attend an event that somebody will come and just crack some jokes, they laugh, and they move out. In this side of the world, because people don't have value for those skills, if you ask a person to come and pay just 500 naira to attend maybe a performance show, you know, let's say a comedy show or something like that, the person will begin to feel like, I think if I use that 500 naira to buy a suya for myself, I think it will be great. It's so funny, but it's a reality. This is part of the place that Achievers Bridge is coming in to intervene. How can you be able to create an environment whereby these skills that people are having, you know, will have its own manifestation environment? I was so glad when Naftali John was presenting that music. I was like, wow. I've been playing guitar for quite a while. I felt, wow, this guy is really good. Imagine what will happen if all our viewers on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, will get to watch this event. And after we put up this event on our YouTube channels, it's not only going to be limited to us that will know about Naftali John playing music, but all our viewers on YouTube will get to watch him and will be like, wow, this guy is great. Imagine the person is in Maiduguri Town. This will create an avenue for someone to begin to look for Naftali John to come and learn music from him. I don't know if you can quote that. If there's an event that they're looking for, who will come and make some performance or make an event colorful or a wedding or something like that, by just watching that thing can trigger somebody to come to Achievers Bridge and will be like, please, can we get in touch with that person that played that guitar on that day? It's opening him up to more people to know about his skills and then to make progress in his own career, music career to be specific. So environmental factors and environmental difficulties, it's one of the things that limit progress. But yet, there is something that can be done about it. That's exactly what we are up for. Then, the next slide, sir. The purpose of this event, to initiate dreamers. To initiate dreamers. What do you mean by to initiate dreamers? To create a sense of purpose through this event and publications of books. One of the things that we took upon our mind is to see how we can make publications. One of our books is in the pipeline already. And then to create a sense of purpose. Some people just stay just like that and they just wake up tomorrow and wait for what will happen, you know, without any intention of making a move to decide for what their life should be. This is one of the things that Achievers Bridge is up for, to initiate dreamers, to create the sense of purpose in the mind of the public and in the mind of the people that have access to Achievers Bridge. Instead of me just sitting down and having nothing in my mind, okay, this is how I found myself. This is the environment I found myself. Okay, do I want to be seeing myself like this tomorrow? Do I want to be seeing myself in the next 10 years, you know, like this? When someone have a dream being initiated in his mind, he'll be thinking of, okay, fine, I would not love to be like this next year. I would not want to be like this next 2 years. Then what exactly do I want my life to be? Or how exactly do I want to see myself in the next 5 years? I don't know if you're together, please. Are we together? Thank you. So, to create a sense of purpose, to make people to live intentionally, to know what they want and then how to pursue it. Then, to make Achievers Bridge a dreaming home. One of our aim is to make Achievers Bridge an acceptable environment for everybody to sit down and think, okay, someone just gave me a call yesterday and will be like, I had an idea I wanted to discuss with you quite a long time and I've been anticipating for the time you'll be coming to Maiduguri, so, and unfortunately he fell sick and he couldn't attend this event. But yet I told myself, even if it means for me to go and meet him at home and see how I can be able to key in and then see how we can help him out with that idea, it's a great thing. To make Achievers Bridge a dreaming home. Anybody that has a dream and has an idea, it's part of our responsibility to see how we can be able to make that idea come true. Then to make Achievers Bridge always accessible to people with a sense of purpose. It's always our mission and our vision to see how we can be able to see that anybody that has dreams come to us at any time he feels and has access to us without any difficulty. Then the number second, the B, that is the next slide, sir. Support dreamers in proper planning. As explained in this bullet, give listening ears to all dreamers and give proper guide towards planning of their dreams. As I've said, someone may know what he wants to achieve in life, but may not have that exposure to know how he should be going by that. Someone may know where he wants to be going, but don't know how to plan on that. Then it's our duty at Achievers Bridge to see how we can link up people with the proper ideas and knowledge to see how they can be able to plan their dreams, planning of their dreams. I believe Yusuf Yakubu, if somebody comes to you and then says, okay, I want to be a public speaker, you know, it will be easier for you to be able to explain to the person and give him all the, you know, necessary information that the person needs, which includes what? You may tell the person, okay, the moment you step in your feet and you say you want to learn public speaking, sometimes people will not even listen to you, and it's part of the process. You may invite somebody to an event and nobody will even show up, but it doesn't mean it doesn't have an effect. It's part of the process. You may start up a music or a guitar career, and when you play, somebody say, "This what nonsense." You know, people may look down at it, but if you keep on, you know, keep up with that pace and follow someone that has an idea of how things work, then you know that if you play your music and try to invite people to come and listen to your concert and nobody show up, it will be clear in your mind that it's not a problem. It's part of the process. Before you know it, one person may be interested, two persons may be interested. Before you know it, 10 persons. Jeff Bezos, I think some of us know him, the richest man in the world now, currently. He was making a speech. He said, there was a time when he was starting Amazon, that is his company. He invited people for an auction. They planned it, they spent money, and they called everybody. At the end of the day, even a single person, nobody showed up for the event. Isn't that shocking? But today, Amazon is one of the biggest companies in the world, and is the same company that made Jeff Bezos to be the richest man in the world currently. So part of what Achievers Bridge is up for is to see how we can be able to support dreamers, you know, with the proper planning and give them a route path. Okay, this is how I want to plan my decision. How can I go by this? Okay, I did that, it didn't work. Calm down, bros, calm down. This thing you are saying is not as if the thing will not work. These are some of the processes that this thing will pass through. It's part of the what? The things that Achievers Bridge have picked upon itself. Then the next slide, sir. Guide on time management. You know, give guide to those with business plan or how to make a timely action on their plans, you know, with regards to their dreams, businesses, you know, career, just like music. You know, some people are actually good. Some people are actually fast learners, but they lack how to, you know, how to discipline themselves on how to, you know, time their activities. Someone may be telling you, I am busy with work, you know, the nature of my work. I remember when I was still a student, I go to lectures from 8 to 6, Mondays to Fridays, and Saturdays, 8 o'clock to 1 p.m. I think that's just a normal thing to all of us here. We have passed through something like that. As at that time, we were with my classmates, and I think specifically I was in 300 level then, when I started learning music. Some of my classmates were like, I am too busy, you know, the lecture notes are too busy, you know, and sometimes you go to class, you just get an unexpected shotgun, like an unannounced test. And you'll be feeling you don't have time because you don't have an understanding on how to guide yourself to manage your time. And yet, in the midst of that, I took that challenge of breaking out little out of the time that I used to do nothing, and then started picking interest, and then started learning what I wanted, you know, with regards to music. Sometimes we find ourselves, even the busiest person have some moments that he sits down and does nothing for up to 2 hours in a day. I believe all of us here have up to 2 hours that we are just sitting down and just gisting that will not add anything to our dreams. Are we together? So guide on time management is what Achievers Bridge also deliberated itself to help each and every person that will have access to it, you know, to enjoy. And then, because these are the reasons why we come up with this first thing, you know, to initiate dreamers, you know, to help dreamers plan their dreams, and then to guide them on time management. The reason for all those things that Achievers Bridge picked upon itself is this. There are lots of people that are thinking like, I want to build the biggest cake industry. We have people that think like that. I met one lady and she was like, okay, please, I was watching some of your, some of the events you had, one of the meetings we had in December. She said, and she have been thinking of how she want to build the biggest cake industry, and she don't know how to go about it. Imagine people having this kind of big dreams, and there are no avenues where they can be able to make a great deal out of that dreams. We have people that will be like, I want to be the greatest fashion designer in town. Imagine having those people, and yet they don't have, an avenue or an environment that can put that spirit in them or put that mindset in them to be able to build those dreams into reality. We have people that will be like, I want to be a great musician, but yet have little or no access to environments that can make them to be able to build up these dreams. Some will be like, I want to build a broadcasting company. And lots of it going there, but yet they do not know how to approach it, and that is one of the reasons we want to intervene. The fourth one is to build a medium that can speed the manifestations of dreams. As I've said, it's one thing to dream of, I want to become this, I want to become that. But it's another thing for those dreams to manifest. Now, how do we plan on that? Talent and skills display, awarding of excellence and ingenuity, broadcasting/announcing of skill bearers to the world through our annual events and online channels. Believe you me, this guitar that Naftali John played here, will be seen on our YouTube channels, Achievers Bridge YouTube channels, and everybody will have access to watch that. Believe you me. And it's not only us that sat down here that will see what Naftali John did here, but all other people that view us in all the other parts of the states will get to watch him play this live. And believe you me, this will mean a big deal to his own career in music. And we will always make sure that we broadcast all the skills that our audience or people that are connected to Achievers Bridge, will make sure that we display it to the world such that the value of those things will keep building in the mind of the public. Then, awarding of excellence and ingenuity. Once we observe that someone is doing exceptionally well, then we picked it upon ourselves to present Achievers Bridge Award to that person every year. In each of the event. This is first of its kind. This is the first time Achievers Bridge is hosting this kind of event to promote the skills and talents that prevails amongst the populace. And we will keep awarding each of these skills and talents categories every year. Then broadcast and announce the skill bearers to the world, as I've said. All this, even this lady that presented that poem, she will be seen on our live channel on YouTube. Achievers Bridge is up for building the value of these things in the mind of the people such that people will value it and be willing to patronize each of the skills. If people patronize Naftali John, that will be good to Naftali John. But it will be a great joy in our heart if we see Naftali John prospering in his music career. If somebody get to know about Yusuf Yahi in public speaking through Achievers Bridge, it will be an advantage to Yusuf Yahi, but it will be a joy, a great joy to us when we see him progressing and being invited to other part of the country and then other part of the continent, to perform some ceremonies. That's all this event is all about. And upon all the time Achievers Bridge have been existing, this wasn't part of the idea. But this idea of this annual event just came in shortly after, that is around 2020, after observing the challenges that people that have skill are passing through. Some people are just feeling weird in the whole world because they feel the skill they have is not even useful to them. Someone will go and pass through the challenge of acquiring a skill, but he will see that those skills cannot bring any money to him. What else do I do? I'll just sit down frustrated, and then I will not even add any value to myself because those skills yield no money to myself and it have no plan of making my life great. Are we together, please? So, thank you and keep enjoying the moment. And you can easily reach us any moment, anytime you have any challenge, you want to reach out to us, you can reach us through our Facebook page, Achievers Bridge Intel Team, International Team. That's just the way it is spelled that way. And you can always see any event that we are holding on Achievers Bridge Team on our YouTube channel. All the interviews that we have with people that are successful, trying to find out how they were able to succeed, what were the challenges they passed through, people that have made it to the, to a significant level in their career. We do post those interviews on this YouTube channel, and you get to see what you can learn and pick from them. So thank you very much. I believe by now we know what this event is all about.